Jon Jones picked up the phone, rang Dana White, and told Dana White, I am officially retired.
Jon Jones called us last night and retired. Jon Jones is officially retired. Tom Aspinall is the heavyweight champion of the UFC.
The GOAT of MMA, arguably the best that ever done it. In most people's eyes, this is not the way that I imagined this to end. This is not the way. But am I surprised? Are you guys surprised though? Are you really surprised? For me, I'm not surprised, not even one bit. I'm expecting this. But I honestly thought he was going to take that Tom Aspinall fight. I thought it was going to be the last fight. But I was expecting him to retire very soon. But the fact that he rang Dana White and told Dana White before the Tom Aspinall fight, it just shows you he knows he doesn't have it anymore. He knows he's not in his prime. He's not in his peak anymore, guys. How active has Jon Jones been since the last 5 years? Since 2020, he's only fought twice. Twice, guys, since 2020. We're in 2025. Like, come on. He fought Sirigan in 2023. And then he fought Stipe Miocic November last year. You know, like, you can't really be surprised him retiring, you know. It must have been lingering in his head. He doesn't want to fight Tom Aspinall. He doesn't want to fight Tom Aspinall. The risk is too much. The risk versus reward is just too much. The risk is high and the reward is low for him. That is what's going on here. The guy is 37 years of age, banged up over the years of beating people up for over 15 years, man. Think about it. Training camp is not easy, especially in the championship level. Training camp takes a lot out of you. Guy, you can see all the fighters, the way they complain in training camp. They say training is more difficult than the actual fight itself. The guy doesn't have the head to go to another training camp. He knows what is involved to go through another training camp, especially fighting a young lion like Tom Aspinall. The funny thing about this is Jon Jones could actually beat Tom Aspinall. You just don't know. But the fact is we're never going to know that now. We're never going to know that now. And also the speed of Tom Aspinall, the speed of him, the size. The guy is massive. He's a proper heavyweight, as big as they get. His neck, his back, his shoulders, his legs. And he's a complete fighter as well. He hasn't even showed us his complete arsenal. That is the problem here. We don't even know how good Tom Aspinall is, or is he even that good? Because all the guys that he's been fighting, he starches in a few seconds. First round, in and out, in and out. So we don't even know. There's no tape study for Jones on Tom Aspinall. Jones likes to study tapes. He's a very weird professional when it comes to actual studying his opponent. He likes to know the in and out of his opponent. But Tom Aspinall is special and is different. There are no tapes on the guy. All you see is boom, 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 boom. He's done. The guy is on the floor. That's all you see, man. That is also part of the reasons why Jon Jones is not taking this fight. If Jon Jones has enough tapes, enough rounds on Tom Aspinall, he won't retire, trust me. But there's nothing to watch on Tom. We don't even know. Even his wrestling game, he hasn't showed much of it. We know he has it. He's a complete mixed martial artist, 150%. But all those lingering things, and Jon Jones doesn't want to lose. The guy doesn't want to lose. He's one of those guys that would hate. Oh my God, imagine Jon Jones getting knocked out on the floor, flat on the floor, looking up in the skies, and Tom Aspinall looking above him, and he's flat out. Guys, Jon Jones will be so devastated. He's one of those guys that are obsessed with winning. He's that good, and he knows He doesn't want to get knocked out because he's not in his prime. He's no longer in his prime. And the chances are high. Tom Aspinall, even before Jon Jones even gets his mojo in the first round, Tom Aspinall could spark him. It's possible. But we never know what's going to happen in that fight. It's not a full-blown conclusion. Tom Aspinall is going to beat Jon Jones. Nope. No way. Let's not say that. You guys know the story. It's not a full-blown conclusion. Even now that he's not in his prime, but the chances are very high, and the guy doesn't want to take those chances. That is why he's retiring. Because apparently, according to Ariel Awani, they met his financial, what he was asking for financially for that fight. The UFC were prepared to give it to him. And you know, Ariel doesn't say shit. Like whatever that guy says, I believe 99.9%. He always checks and checks the fact. He's been saying that for a while. He's been saying it for a while. They came to a deal, to an agreement financially with Jones, but he still didn't take the fight. He still didn't take the fight. And look, fair play to him for growing the balls, because it takes balls not to take that money. I think he was asking for 20 million or something like that. That's a life-changing money. Of course, Jon Jones has money in his bank. Of course he does. He has businesses that he's doing. But for something you do for a living, and then you're getting paid double, bro, why won't you take it? But again, the risk and reward for him, his legacy, getting finished by Tom and Tom making a name off him, he doesn't want that. There's a possibility and he doesn't want that. That is exactly what's going on here, I think. Facing and going through that training camp is hell. He's enjoying life. And I won't be surprised in a year time if Tom has fought like 2 or 3 fights and maybe keep winning, and he has more tapes on Tom. He might come back. He might come back for one more big fight. He might come back. I won't be surprised. But for now, man, it's not, the juice isn't what that squeeze for the guy. That is what's going on. Not like he's afraid, but his legacy is trying to keep it intact. He's slower. He's not in his prime. Guys, those of you that know Jon Jones is the best fighter ever. There's no doubt about that. He has to be in your top 3. Forget about his character outside the ring. He has to be your top 3 if you're a genuine MMA fan. Skill to skill. No doubt about that. Complete, well-rounded fighter, but he's not in his prime. If Jon Jones was in his prime, lad, it's not even an argument. It's not even an argument. He will take that fight. He will take it. But anyways, man, this is a big shock to the MMA community. All of a sudden, in the press conference, Dana White just announced it. That was a bitter pill to swallow, man. I really wanted to see that fight against Tom. Just that one more fight. And then he can ride through the sunset and it's all done and dusted. But we're not going to see that fight, guys. We're going to have to move on. That is life. Good luck to Jones. That GOAT, 150%. Man, it's a bummer. Not the way I expected it to end. It's a bummer. Fans are not happy. I'm not happy about this neither. But look, it's all good. We move on. We forget about it. And I'm going to see you guys in the next video. But before that, make sure you subscribe, like, and share it. Take care.